Watching Jayson Tatum, he's never been dominant. I know the Boston fans are like, oh my god, but what about Game 7 versus Philly? Yes, he has games where he is dominant, just like any all-star player will, but rarely ever is he consistently dominant for an extended period of time. He doesn't consistently impose his will on games like other MVP caliber players will for series or stretches of games, even while having the physicals for it at around 6'9", 225.
6'9", 225. Feel me?
He doesn't physically overwhelm opponents like he should. The rest of his team is so good that he doesn't have to output as much as other stars do to win. On other teams, usually the MVP is carrying the team on its back to wins because 90% of the roster is garbage. But just looking at the Celtics roster, without Tatum, they would still be one of the best teams in the East. Just slightly worse, of course. So relative to his team, he's less valuable compared to a player like Jokic or Giannis, whose teams would be trash without them. Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Peyton Pritchard take away some of his statistical and narrative dominance, to be honest. But the biggest reason why Tatum will never win MVP though, his play style. For a player as good as Tatum is, his play style is absolutely dog shit, simply put. With how three-point centered the Celtics are, he should drive to the basket way more than he currently does, not only for easy buckets but for kickouts as well, especially with how good he is when attacking the rim. But he relies heavily on tough contested jump shots, which can and has led to inconsistent scoring performances. It's not even that the jump shots are tough, it's that he takes so many when he isn't elite at them. As a result of his playstyle, he leaves a ton of points on the floor. At the time of this recording, he shoots the 9th most pull-up jump shots per game in the league. In total pull-up jump shots though, he's taken the 4th most in the entire league this year. He's also the only player over 6'7" in the top 20 most pull-up jump shots in the entire league this year, but has the 2nd worst field goal percentage out of that top 20. Second to Jalen Green, of course, but somehow he's shooting worse on pull-ups than LaMelo? At 6'9", 220 plus, he should play more like LeBron, which would not only increase his efficiency, because layups are easier, but his points per game as well. His Kobe obsession is literally holding him back. Do you want to know the next closest player over 6'7"? Kevin Durant, who's 23rd on the list, also is shooting 15% better than Jayson Tatum on pull-ups. To put it in perspective, at the time of this video, Jayson Tatum would have to make his next 166 pull-up jump shots in a row to match KD's 52% shooting on pull-ups. That's how massive the gap is, impossibly different. In the last 25 years, there has only been 4 MVPs that have shot a worse field goal percentage than Jayson Tatum this year. Those MVPs are point guard Allen Iverson, point guard Derrick Rose, point guard Russell Westbrook, and point guard / shooting guard James Harden. All of these players average either A, more points than Jayson Tatum this year, B, more assists than Jayson Tatum this year, C, more points and assists than Jayson Tatum this year, or D, they were Russell Westbrook. Lastly, Tatum is great, but doesn't have the overwhelming statistical impact or efficient playstyle that sets him apart from MVP level players. Before being a Mavericks fan, excluding Paul George and Julius Randle, they should be exiled from the league. I'm a basketball fan first. With everything I said, I still think that if Jayson Tatum tweaks his playstyle, he could win MVP. He's that skilled, but for now, his playstyle is holding him back. But I'm a Mavs fan, so I had a lot of fun making this video. This is Gade Films. Subscribe, like, and let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. Stay fantastic.